will whoop your ass.
Bro, I'll pop that gap right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber gap tooth tiger. Oh my God, I'll do you dirty. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You suck.
Hey, if I have though, you though. Oh my, here we go.
I don't care.
Not the same fighter.
The lawsuit. Oh yeah, look, I'm disappointed, you know, because look, we have Virgil climbing up the ranks, and it's not his fault. I don't blame him at all, because he's a nice guy. His father's a nice guy. They're very pleasant, great to work with.
Man, I guess this is what it feels like to be on top, huh? This is what it feels like. Gosh, I haven't even fought this year. Come on, guys. It's gonna be fun, though.
Because some things are too. Because sometimes you go a little bit beyond respect. That's disrespectful. If you disrespect me on any level, we fighting then. Now I'm gonna try to hold it together but if you disrespect me, which is what he just did, I'm not gonna ask him about what he's talking about. When I get close enough, I'm finna show him what I ain't talking about. You understand where I'm coming from? So there's a difference. That's why I say you gotta know the difference from the old school and the new school. Had he said that in my day, it could not. I would tell him, listen, whatever y'all do, don't let me get close to him. Because if I get close to him, I promise you, I'm finna lay him out right now. I'll pay the fines.
So you gonna hit him with the Riddick Bowe, Larry Donald two-piece at the press conference?
Right now. You understand me? You done said that. You challenging me. You're trying me to see if I'm really a man or not. He basically trying to, little boy, you don't say it to no man. You feel me? So if a man let you say that, and
Shockwaves hit boxing now. Shakur Stevenson has filed a $1 million lawsuit after Teofimo Lopez put hands on him at the press conference. What began as hype is now a legal battle, changing the tone and putting real pressure on Lopez. With fight night looming, the fallout reshapes the buildup.
Hey, Tio, I'm gonna bust up your eyes, I'm gonna whoop your ass, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You better be ready, boy.
Teofimo Lopez responds to Shakur Stevenson's $1 million lawsuit with mockery and threats, claiming Shakur will beg in the ring. Instead of addressing the legal issue, Lopez leans into bravado, making the situation feel even more reckless and more avoidant.
Stop holding me, Shakur. Stop holding me, Shakur. Stop holding me.
You stop for 1 second, bro?
No, Shakur, I can't stop. My titles are on the line. My legacy on the line.
Eddie Hearn says lawsuits aren't ideal, but sometimes fighters are left with no option once damage is done. That, he argues, fits Shakur Stevenson's situation. Once Teofimo Lopez crossed the line and made it physical, staying quiet wasn't realistic. This filing isn't about creating drama, it's about accountability. If boxing wants order at press conferences, Hearn says, actions like Shakur's have to be treated seriously.
Oh, lawsuits, and I'm not into them. But what's the choice you got? You forget about it and the damage.
Frank Warren warns how quickly press conferences can spiral into chaos, and Teofimo Lopez putting hands on Shakur Stevenson is exactly the kind of nonsense he means. This wasn't just trash talk anymore. It turned physical. That's why Shakur's lawsuit makes sense. When boundaries are crossed, consequences have to follow. It's a reminder that respect and rules still matter, even in boxing's biggest, hottest moments.
Well, I don't like things like that. I mean, it's ridiculous, and you see these scuffles and all this nonsense at press conferences, and that is where it goes wrong. There's a little cut. I don't know how bad it is. I've not had a chance to speak to anybody.
Johnny Nelson says this demands a proper inquiry, stressing how serious it is that Teofimo Lopez slapped Shakur Stevenson. This isn't a harmless press conference stunt. It's an incident with real consequences for Lopez. Stevenson's legal action sends a clear message that fighters can't be bullied or disrespected without accountability. Nelson argues boxing needs that standard, and this lawsuit could set a precedent for professionalism and personal safety in the sport.
Unfortunately, there needs to be an inquiry straight after this. Why, what? But that's what I'm hearing. This news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over the place.
Eddie Hearn admits this situation is difficult, and that sums up Shakur Stevenson's lawsuit against Teofimo Lopez. This isn't a minor incident that can be shrugged off. the legal move adds real weight, forcing everyone involved to confront accountability. For Stevenson, it's about protecting his integrity and drawing a clear line. Physical aggression outside the ring carries real consequences.
It's just total, unbelievable crap. And why this moron has brought this up, I do not know. I don't know where he's going with it. You know, he got beat fair and square. Fraser acknowledged that, and that's the end of it.
Frank Warren says the situation has become stressful for everyone, fighters, fans, and promoters alike. Shakur Stevenson's lawsuit adds a rare new layer of tension, turning this into far more than press conference theater. Teofimo Lopez's actions forced legal intervention, and that changes the stakes. Warren's point is that accountability in boxing is non-negotiable. By taking action, Stevenson reinforces a hard line. Physical disrespect can't be tolerated. In a sport built on violence inside the ropes, professionalism outside them still matters, and this legal move is a reminder of boundaries and consequences when the spotlight is hottest.
The people direct and then make a decision if he's out.
Okay. When did you first learn about this, Frank?
Very late this afternoon.
Okay, so it's been a stressful day.
To say the least. For the fighters as well. It's a shame for the fighters, for everybody involved. TV companies, and more importantly for the fans. Riyadh season, you know, His Excellency, everybody involved with this. We're all gutted, but what can you do? That's the world.
Dave Caldwell stresses how serious this is, saying Teofimo Lopez crossed a clear line. Press conferences may invite gamesmanship, but putting hands on another fighter demands consequences. That's why, in Caldwell's view, Shakur Stevenson's decision to file a lawsuit is justified. It sends a message that boxing respects skill, not intimidation through cheap aggression. The incident raises broader questions about conduct in the sport and reinforces a precedent. No fighter is above the rules, and accountability and safety have to matter at every level of professional boxing.
Because that's a little bit naughty. Because I know it's all, you know, fun and games at press conferences, but when you lay your hands on another man's face, whether there's an egg in it or not, you've laid your hands on his face, and that takes it to another level.
Simon Jordan says fighters can act out, but Teofimo Lopez slapping Shakur Stevenson is on a different level. In his view, it wasn't an accidental clash, it was a deliberate physical act. The lawsuit reinforces a simple point: even star athletes face consequences. Boxing may thrive on conflict, but it's still built on respect and discipline. Stevenson's legal action draws a hard boundary, signaling that misconduct outside the ropes won't be brushed aside, and that intimidation has a price.
And he smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
Adam Smith says the fight business is intense, but once Teofimo Lopez crossed a physical boundary, the narrative changed completely. In his view, Shakur Stevenson's lawsuit isn't just justified, it's necessary. What might have been written off as press conference antics has now escalated into a legal and ethical issue. Smith argues that accountability matters in boxing, and Stevenson's action sends a clear message: aggression outside the ropes has consequences. He believes this could shape future protocols and expectations for behavior at high-profile events.
Big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Derek Chisora praises Shakur Stevenson's skill and composure, arguing that Teofimo Lopez's actions were reckless. He says putting hands on a fighter of Shakur's caliber is both foolish and short-sighted. In Chisora's view, the lawsuit only strengthens Stevenson's standing and credibility in the sport, because physical misconduct doesn't intimidate champions like him. It reinforces their position. For Shakur, this move is about protecting his career and sending a clear warning to the boxing world. Aggression outside the ropes comes with real consequences.
Everybody gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, how can I explain it to you in a way you understand? you can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where he's due. Yeah, he is that guy.
The Wade concept admits boxing can be wild, but says Teofimo Lopez crossed a line that even seasoned observers don't accept. It's one thing to bring aggression inside the ropes, it's another to put hands on a fellow fighter at a press conference. That's reckless, unnecessary, and damaging. In this view, Shakur Stevenson's lawsuit isn't just a reaction, it's a statement that this can't be brushed off as harmless theater. Combat sports have always carried chaos, but violence outside the ring can derail reputations and careers. By taking legal action, Stevenson is asserting his rights and reinforcing that integrity matters as much as power. The move protects him and sets a precedent boxing can't ignore. Even in promotional hype, boundaries matter, and fans are watching.
And you shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other. But it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game, in the combat sports world. So
That's it for today. Stay tuned. See you next time.